iJIG is the most efficient method of transferring the records of a full arch prosthetic on multi-unit abutments to the laboratory. There simply is no digital alternative that is more user-friendly. The steps are very simple. The first step is to order iJIG scan analogs from the lab. Once received, seat the patient, remove the prosthetic, and scan the arch without the prosthetic and save as a patient. Many systems will not allow you to scan the arch and then the prosthetic. So once saved, open a new event and scan the prosthetic, the opposing, and the bite, and send. Let's go through a case. Remove the prosthetic from the mouth and screw in the special iJIG scan analogs. Then open up an event and scan the patient's tissue areas and the multi-unit abutments. Be aware of any misscans, lost data, or holes in the areas around the MUAs. You want a very nice clean scan of the tissue and especially a clear capture of the multi-unit abutments. That is the critical part. Then screw the special iJIG analogs into the prosthetic and simply hold the prosthetic in your fingers while you scan all areas of the prosthetic and the scan bodies. Use powder if needed, if things are too shiny to be captured. Every area must be captured accurately to proceed. Then seat the prosthetic in the mouth, scan the opposing, scan the bite, and send to the lab with instructions on any aesthetic or functional changes. We can make dramatic changes using the software to the tooth positions and the tissue areas. From these simple files, we will create the iJIG 5.0, which provides implant position, tooth position, tissue moulage, verification jig, and the roadmap to the final. During the next appointment, simply add tray adhesive to the intaglio surface of the iJIG. Seat the iJIG on the multi-unit abutments, adjust the sections between each until they are completely passive, then lute them together using Boco, Stellar, GC pattern resin, or similar luting materials. Then equilibrate, capture a bite and opposing, and ship back to the laboratory. From this record, we will create the printed try-in, which is a prototype of the final restoration. Simply seat, perform a reline impression if needed, equilibrate, and send back with a bite and an opposing. From this record, we will make the final restoration, either full zirconia or other materials of choice. With iJIG, just think of the savings of chair time. You could take a conversion to a prosthetic from 7 or 8 appointments down to just 3. We hope you take advantage of this amazing service.